Now our new topic is Archimedes principle. And Archimedes, students, he was a very great scientist. He was from the Greek and he is the one who discovered buoyancy. Okay, so again with the term buoyancy, he suggested one or two more things that help us to study how does the liquid applies force in the upward direction and what are the relative values that we can define that will be helpful for us for different applications. So here we are going to study what does this principle said. Okay. So according to the Archimedes principle, we are having that the upward force is generated by the liquid, that I have told you in the buoyancy part also. Okay, so anything that is upward in force, now that upward force and the downward force get neutralized by itself. But where is this liquid part has been gone? Okay, so now students, what he has said to us that when an object is immersed in the fluid fully or partially, it experiences an upward force, and that is because the liquid part is get displaced by it, because it is also occupying certain space. Now this the part here that the ice cube is here, and that ice cube is containing certain space in this liquid part. Like the liquid part is occupying any space, and here the place that has been applied previously, it has been occupied by the liquid, now it is occupied by the ice cube. That ice cube will displace certain water from its position, and that displaced water is equal to the weight of this ice cube. Yes, students, that is true. So this upward force is equal to the weight of the fluid that is displaced by the object. One more example we are having here. Let's suppose we are having a glass that is full of water till its brim. Okay, now if I put a coin in it and that coin is containing certain space, now the space that is occupied by the coin is equivalent to the part of the liquid that is moving out of the glass. And even you can try this experiment at your home. Not like if you don't want to take a coin, you can take a large stone also. That would be easier for you, and you will easily see that now this stone is displacing certain liquid from its position because it is itself occupying certain space in it, and that now get displaced out of it, and the amount of water that is collected here is equal to the weight of the stone that is inserted into the liquid. So students, this is how the large ships, what I have taught you in the buoyancy part also, that the great ship when they sail on the ocean, and that they are also displacing the liquid from its position. That is why they are made of streamlined body also. But a large part of water is get displaced from its position because of the large ship, and that amount would always be equal to the weight of this ship. Okay, so what the principle has said? The principle has said that the amount of water displaced by the object will always be equal to the amount of water, the amount of weight of the object, okay, of an object. So this is what principle Archimedes has said to us, and that principle is very important in terms of your exams also. So as we have seen, students, Archimedes has given us a very good principle, and on that behalf we are having different uses of Archimedes principle. Number one, it is used in designing and manufacturing of ships and submarines. As you know that different liquid parts are having buoyancy, and that buoyancy will be helping the ships and the submarines to flow easily. So why not we design any part like that? It displaces a lots of water and easily get float on it. So here the principle works. Second point is the testing of lactometer, that is the testing of the purity of milk. You know that the milk, pure milk, will be thick, and if a milk is mixed with any water part, so it will get a less thick. So that part is having lots of buoyancy, and the less thickness part will have less buoyancy. So here that gives us a principle that here that the more density part will have more buoyancy. Okay, that is why if the pure milk is here, then that pure milk will give you more buoyancy, more upward force, and the less density will gives you less buoyancy part. Okay, so here it is useful, Archimedes again. Now hydrometer is the test of the different liquids, and again it is on the basis of density, because more density, more buoyancy, less density, less buoyancy. So we can check which liquid is having more buoyancy, then more density is here, and the liquid is having less buoyancy, then we can say less density is here. Okay, now students, factors affecting buoyancy. What are the different factors? So here we are having two factors. One is the density of the liquid and volume of the solid immersed. Okay, let me tell you one example here. Here we are having a sea and a lake. You know that sea is a salty water and a lake is a fresh water. Now, in fresh water, it will be less density, so less buoyancy. Now, the ship you can see is sinking more. More part of the ship is inside the water. Because now, sea is having more density because salt is mixed here. So, more density will gives you more buoyancy. So, now that ship is more over the water. It is not sink inside the water. Like in this lake part, you can see ship part is more immersed in the liquid, but it is not immersed fully. Okay, so here is the part of the density. Now volume, let us consider this thing. Volume also plays an important part, because here as you can see we are having two ice cubes and they are floating on the liquid, same amount of liquid. Now you know that volume, again it is relevant to the mass part. So if the volume part is here, more the volume will gives you more buoyancy, because more area is in contact with the liquid. And in the previous case, like in the less part, as you can see here, less area part is in contact with the liquid, so it will get less buoyancy. Okay, whatever part that is in contact with the liquid, like here and here, so that box now will having buoyancy to each and every part of it, because it is in contact with the liquid. Now this is small part that contains small volume, so less buoyancy will be there because it is containing less area here. So less volume, less buoyancy, more volume, more buoyancy. So this is how students this buoyancy and Archimedes principle works, and these are very important in our day-to-day applications also. When you observe carefully, you will feel that yes, water applies a lots of force in the upward direction. That is very useful. If it does not happen, then we would not be able to float the ship and sail to the world, and we are not even got to define that how that one country is connected to the another country, because we are sailing the part of one country to another, and that happens due to the sea and the buoyant force that is applied that led the ship to flow on the liquid.